Okay, it's that time again in a week, and I know I let you guys down yesterday, and that's my bad because I was meant to do it yesterday. But because I am so good at what I do, I knew me and Cal had a stream anyway. So I was like, why not combine it to get now? I was lying. I actually was so busy yesterday, I couldn't get an opportunity, but I knew obviously me and Cal had a stream today. So I was like, yeah, might as well combine the two and you guys get a nice little special, as they like to call it. The Fenway Sanderson group is in the building with a fresh trim.
Come on.
I can't tell you what his Twitter is because he doesn't have it there, so I can't,
Oh, it's just Callum. It's all just Callum Sanderson. Just Callum. Sanderson.
Well, you could put it on if you wanted to.
Right, let me order that now. Let me order that now.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, innit? It's easier for the people to just go, shit, Callum.
No, I should have done that some time ago, innit?
It's all right. Don't worry. It's all right. We're all not as good as me, but big up to honestly. Big up, man. Big up to Scraps as well. You guys already know what time it is. You guys throw your questions in. I will have some questions as well. Last week we spoke about PlayStation 2 games. So it's never around the membership videos are never around Liverpool most of the time. I realize it's always about random conversations, life, family, all of that stuff. Big up to Cav as well. I should be playing some pro clubs, but you know what I mean? But I look after my members still. Sorry, man, them. You know what I mean? But Cal, man, I have seen online while the guys get their questions ready. I've seen online you getting a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
So you, who else? I want to say months. I see Jamie do a video, and after this one, guys, at 7 o'clock, me and Jamie's got to sit down. So that's going to be very interesting. So make sure you tune into that. But you, Jamie, Months, me to an extent, I have, but most people are like, nah, ends might fire back, so they might leave me alone a little bit. Who else do I want to say? Who else is out there saying stuff?
I think that's it. Because on quote unquote, I'm the biggest YouTuber to say the word slut out, quote unquote. I still don't consider myself a big YouTuber.
Content creator.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't consider myself a big YouTuber because I create content around a variety of things. And
right.
Not just that, there's 3 of us on Coppish as well. So it's a 3-man team, innit? Granted, Matt and Drift haven't said that they're slut out, but
maybe they're scared.
Here's the thing. I don't have an issue with anyone who disagrees with me being slot out. Like, I genuinely don't. And I understand why some people are slotting or why the majority are still slotting. I fully get it, especially after the week we've just had with results, the last 2 results. I fully understand it. I just still maintain, I just think it's wrong for people to assume that I am not a quote unquote good fan or I'm crazy for saying slut out when I personally believe, whether someone agrees or disagrees, I've articulated the reasons as to why I'm slut out. I'm not just said it and then gone in hiding or
no one's listening to it. No one's listening, Cal. I recently had a conversation with another Liverpool guy as well, one that we both know as well. And he said, and I don't want to misquote him in terms of what he said to me, but he was just like, he didn't like the fact of what I was spreading across the fan base. But I asked a simple question. So in my mind, I said, okay, not a problem. We don't have to have the same opinions. What exactly did I say? The first thing he said was my thumbnail and my title. And I was like, yeah, but did you listen to the content though, my guy? And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, well, if you listen to it, then you definitely wouldn't disagree with me then, because I articulated myself exactly what Cal said in the ways. And I've been saying these things for quite a while. It's not like yesterday I said it or when we started losing, I said these things. We were saying it, but it wasn't the popular opinion at the moment, at that time anyway, when we were saying it in terms of pre-season when we kept conceding goals. The gaffer said, whoa, we're conceding too many goals. All right, fix it then. When he said that from January, February, we haven't been playing well, he said the teams have figured us out, which means we weren't doing what we were doing in the first half of the season. So I was like, okay, no problem. Well, okay, you've had a little bit of time to kind of adjust and fix this. Still haven't fixed it. And he openly literally said everything what we actually said. So everything that we, not even complained, but what we noticed and spoke about, he then said the exact same thing. So it was like, so if the manager is saying what we're saying and we said it before the manager, but now he sees our side, why does everyone have an issue with like Callum Sanderson on these topics anyway?
That's the bit I found it difficult to understand. I think I tell you who me and Tom had a really good back and forth debate about it today, and he's basically saying that he understands where we're coming from. I think the reason why we differ is because he puts more onus on the players than I do. So I've got it as an 80-20 split. I think 8% is down to Slot, 20%
Right.
down to Slot, where for him it's 60-40. So
Right.
I understand for him being at 60-40, which is close to 50-50, you're not going to get rid of the manager based on the representation of where the blame goes. But for me, with it being 80% him, that's where I look at it and go, he's not fostering an environment for the players to thrive. And granted, in the last 2 games he has, but in the same way, people will go, oh, well, we only lost this game because Konate made a mistake, or we only lost this game because Virgil made a mistake, or we only lost this game because, I don't know, bloody Salah didn't score. I'll turn around and go, well, we won the Villa game based off a Villa mistake and a defensive goal. And it would be, yeah, but we won the game. And I was like, exactly. We still won the game. So the nuances can't be one-sided. They have to be both sides. So
it has to be balanced.
I will never sit here and go, Liverpool didn't deserve to beat Villa because the first goal was a mistake and the second goal was a deflection. No, we pressured them into the mistake for the first goal, and the second one, Grab takes a shot, which takes a deflection because the defenders are scampering because we've played the ball quickly through the midfield, and Grab has got an open shot basically, so the defenders have to scamper, which leads to a deflection and the ball going in.
Yeah,
and the reason why we've made individual mistakes, for example, Konate making individual mistakes because he's dwelling on the ball because he has no passing outlet. Virgil, the Man United first goal, Virgil interacts and heads. This is what people don't realize. Virgil heads the first one, lose the second ball. He then sees that it's McAllister versus someone else to get for an header. McAllister's not going to win the header. He steps forward again, wins the header again. We lose the second ball again. Now, granted, McAllister's on the ground, but we lost the second ball again. Kirkes doesn't tuck in. Virgil doesn't sprint back. So ultimately, these are two goals I've just listed that could have absolutely been like avoided.
Yeah.
But we make excuses for those ones and for the manager for those ones, but we then don't turn around and go, oh, well, you know, we got a little bit lucky or fortunate there. No, you make your own luck in football. Rarely do you get lucky in football where you go, oh, that wasn't warranted or that wasn't created. No, if people will go, oh, he got lucky because the keeper kicked at him. No, he pressed that, which forced the keeper to kick it, and it's hit him because he's opened his body to press the ball and stop the ball from going up the pitch. So it's gone in off him. Sometimes it goes wide, sometimes it goes in the back of the net. And my whole thing about this is I genuinely want to be wrong. And there's not a world here where I want to sit here and go, I told you, man, I was right. I want to be wrong. Even after we lost to Palace, bro, I didn't sit there and go, I told you, man. Who's saying they're slotting that? No, I just said, guys,
no, because it's never that side of the conversation, though, isn't it? I don't think, and I want to come back to that, Carl. I want to come back. Let's put opinion there. I want to come back to that conversation because there's stuff that I've heard people say and stuff. I'm like, all right, we'll get there. But obviously, it's about the members, and they got questions, Carl. This one's is why did Salah get a 9 when he spent the whole game running into Carrera's shins? Was this on the Was this on the rating? So Cal, you gave
big up everyone. Big up Scraps as well. I will on a real. I always mean to big up Scraps because he's been so like loyal to the Cobbish community. I know he supports your channel as well. So big up Scraps first and foremost, and everyone in the chat. The reason why I thought Salah was a 9, I think it's harsh to say he just ran into Carrera's shins. Because there was a few times I saw Carrera on the ground spread out because Salah just span him or muscled him. Yeah. No pause with that one. He was spread out.
Run it then. Okay, here it.
But what I will also say as well, if I'm not mistaken, Salah completed 5 dribbles in that game. If I'm not mistaken, 4 of those were against Carrera. No,
he was dribbling.
I genuinely believed he played very well in the game. And not just that, his first touch was on point. He was keeping the position well. He was bringing others into play very well. He was even getting back and tracking back. He wasn't doing mad defending. But that's why I say, again, we all know Salah's not this silky dribbler. He's not a silky dribbler. But on occasion, he can be effective at dribbling. And I think sometimes we look at especially dribbling is probably the most subjective when it comes to eye test. You'll get people who say Ronaldo's better than Messi at dribbling because Ronaldo used more tricks, etc., etc. For me, dribbling, the most critical thing about dribbling is, did you get from A to B? And for me, if you got from A to B, then it means your dribbling has been effective. Suarez is another example. Suarez was never the prettiest of dribblers, but he would bulldoze his way through, and the next thing you're like, oh, you got fast 3 players, he's in on goal now. Whereas Messi, you can dash a bag of rice at Messi and he's going to dodge all the grains of rice. Like,
That's mad
so
analogy,
even though I get where Scraps is coming from, that there were times where he just ran straight at Carreras.
Yeah.
On the whole, I believe his performance warranted that because of the other stuff he did, as well as beating Carreras. And Carreras, in my opinion, didn't do anything in that game against Salah. Whereas if you're talking about like a Nuno Mendes, for example, last season, he locked up Salah bad. Like,
yeah, he did.
Twice.
He
like,
did. That's
the first time
still...
you're thinking, oh, maybe they just played out their skin. The second time he really locked Salah down and said, no.
Because he skipped past him a couple of times in that first 10 minutes at Anfield. And I thought, oh, okay, he's about to cook now.
Yeah.
And then, he just locked him up. But no, listen, Cal, for me with Salah, I've always said, I don't care about the goals. I don't care about the assists. It's about what he does team performance-wise. So what he does on the ball. Yeah, I don't care. Like, every time we said, oh, at least beat your man, everyone always, the rebuttal is, you need to, what, you asking him to dribble 6 guys? No, just the fullback. Just the one guy he's facing. Just the one guy. And he did that.
Sorry, just on the Salah thing. Sorry to cut you, bro. The whole thing in my mind is, and I've been saying this for years, like going back to 2020, when I've been like, look, we need someone to come in and actually compete with Salah. He might not like it, but for the betterment of the team, we need it. Now, granted, because Salah's mentality is so strong, even if he doesn't have a competitor, he's still going to churn out numbers. He's still going to give you a great output, right? That's just because he's world class at what he does. But given his age and given the fact that we can, even though I don't think there's been as drastic a decline as some people think, I consider him as a Salah fanboy, and I can say I think there has been a slight decline in his play, which is natural at his age as a winger. Do you think there's a way of bringing someone else in, like an Elise, who we're both fans of, and still keeping Salah? Do you actually think there's a world where we could do it as a... Oh, you shut that down quick, man.
Nah, only because Elise is him now, and he has to play.
But all right, so do you not think Salah would look at the overall situation and say, for the betterment of Liverpool...
Who?
Yeah, you got it down twice, bro.
Sorry, no. You crazy?
You shut it down twice, but you took a taste of the first bit of food and you're like, too much salt. Then and I was like, try the dumpling and you're like, too much flour. Like, you pushed the plate to a side, bro.
As I said, I have to stay
taste
honest.
The chicken at least, bro. Taste the chicken.
Makes no sense. I can't trust the rest of the dish. I can't trust the rest of the dish now. The dish is mad. It's tainted now. I am saying, you 250 goals, Salah. You think he's gonna be like, oh, Lisa, you come in and I'll sit on the bench and now Salah, bro.
So that's what I was getting to. You see how we've got Ekitike and Isak. I think they'll both play about 3,000 minutes this season. It maybe not Isak. Isak might be about 2,700 minutes. Ekitike, I think, will clear 3,000 minutes, right? Given the fact that if we had Salah and Elise in the team at the same time, one Elise can play left and he can play in the 10. Do you not think?
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't going.
You don't like the chicken.
Nah, do you know what? Let me move on to the next
Honestly,
question.
said I tried to serve ends burnt chips. That's deep. Oh, do you know how bad of a cook you gotta be to serve burnt chips, bro? That's just the air fryer thing, bro.
Just timing, bro. That's really I think Cal's delivery and timing was off. But let's move on to the next question. Because you're gonna say stuff and you're gonna start getting me all triggered. I want to say, are we getting a new Xmas special this year?
Yes, we are. Do you know what? We're meant to have recorded it towards the end of the month. We're in limbo about what we're going to do, but we definitely, every year we're going to do a Christmas special, God willing. So yeah, there will be. I just don't know if it'll be a physical one like last year. We'll have to see how everything works out.
What do you mean, bro? What do you mean?
No, as in like because we did the football one last year. We don't know if it's going to be like that or it might be something else this year, but there will definitely be something. We have to do something. It's Christmas. We've got to do a special of some sort.
Cal, all I'm saying is, bro, they need football. And if you don't do football, they're going to be disappointed. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just
You're
telling you
gonna
what.
be disappointed.
I'm gonna be very disappointed.
You're gonna be very disappointed.
If you man sit down with Christmas hats and jumpers on and doing like a reading or a quiz or like, bro, I'll be like, nah, turn this shit off. Get it off my screen, bro. I'll be so disappointed. I need to see physical activities, whether that's some sort of football, some sort of sport, some sort of something where I'm like, yeah, all right, the man them has redeemed himself. Because Cal, there's a reason why there's football and a Christmas tree that jumps in the chat sometimes. There's a reason. I'm just telling you. I'm not lying to you.
I hear it. We are going to definitely try it. We're going to try something though. We have got something that we want to do. It's just whether we can actually get it done from a filming aspect and all that. If we can get it done, it should be jokes. Yeah, no, it should be jokes though. If we can get it done, yeah, it'll be jokes.
I'm not gonna say no pressure. Big up to AR as well. Is there any more questions? Where was this one? Cal was cooking Tom and Redmond while Hassan was sitting there on the fence. Didn't have to give an opinion that could turn out to be wrong. Whoa. I did watch that, Cal. They tried to rush you because
they definitely rushed me. Here's the thing: I wouldn't even say I cooked them. I just think I had valid points that I don't think they expected.
Own it, Cal, man. Everyone agreed with you in the chat. The comment section agreed with you.
But I also think there's some points that they made that I agreed with.
It wasn't.
No, they weren't. No.
You're being nice. No, I get it. You have to do. I don't have to be. I don't have to be, but I get it. When you're hosting, I can have a balanced argument. I think you cooked them, and I disagree that their points was valid.
Fairs.
All I heard. I'm not going to say what the chat said because they were off the rails.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought the chat was going to crash out on me. To be fair.
No. I even saw hashtag Team Cal or Team Callum. I think that was going around. That was trending.
I don't know Fonzie. Do you have Fonzie in your chat sometimes? You must do. Fonzie's like my arch nemesis. He's one way because like he cooks me every time I'm on stream, but in a jokey way, he cooks me. When I saw Fonzie write Team Cal, I was like, oh, I must have done something today. Like, because Fonzie cooks me every single stream.
You were on point. Nah, you were on point, bro. I think what happened was everything that you were speaking about and everything that you brought up and your points were on point and on subject. And I think the points that they were bringing up, it came from more of an emotional standpoint than an actual factual standpoint. So that's where the fans were like, no, factually we're this, and then you hit the points. You kept hitting those points factually, but then the emotional side is like, no, the fans are feeling this way, and they can see factually we're like this, but they did the emotional side, and the fans were like, whoa, no, we ain't there yet. We can get there, but we're not in that position right now because we've witnessed this. And I think because you kept hitting the topics and the points and you were nailing them, I think that's where, because it was mad. I was watching and going, yo, now Cal is on point here in the chat. Just I didn't need to say that. I was just watching the chat, just big you up and that. And then I saw the comments after, and then you had Team Callum trending as well. I don't know if it was on Twitter or not, but
I kind of stay off. It's weird. I post stuff on Twitter because it's kind of what we have to do. I kind of stay away from Twitter, to be honest. But I know I need to do more of it to grow the channel and my personal brand and all that. What I will say though, here's what I've kind of realized, and I hope this doesn't come across in an arrogant way. I think
I probably will.
Yeah, I know it probably will. I believe that I think very different to a lot of people when it comes to football. And sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. But I think, again, I always say this because I'm a football nerd, and like it's a very big part of my life and has been all of my life. I probably look at things so far past surface level that it probably comes across like I'm very nitpicky, and probably I am because I'm delving so deep into topics and thinking about why is that wrong, when sometimes it might just be a surface level issue. But with this particular thing, I think a lot of people are just looking at the surface level and going, well, he won the league last season, so why are you turning against him? For me, it's not a turning against thing. I always say, regardless of who is playing for Liverpool or anything, my priority is Liverpool Football Club. So if I believe, look, I love Gerrard, innit? If Gerrard was a Liverpool manager, if we got to a point where Gerrard was managing and we were declining because of it, as much as it would burn me to do it, I'd be like, guys, Gerrard's got to go. Like, I love Stevie, but he's got to go for the betterment of Liverpool.
Okay, man.
So
that's like Gerrard. Imagine that day. What's that? I'm going to get Gerrard out of it.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be the first time you'd probably see me cry on the stream, bro.
No, I would.
You just see that little tear just come down and be like,
no, I wouldn't.
I'd probably even speak Scouse for the day, bro. Like,
that's the time when the fans are like, "Where's Ends? Normally he has an opinion on these things." Like, bro, I have no opinion.
Yeah,
don't get me involved.
Which is why I also understand why people don't want Gerrard to come back at Liverpool as well. I get.
Yeah, it might tarnish. Big up to Jaquise as well in the building. Love for the love. Let me see what else is the guys have on their mind as well in here. The Elise, yeah, the system would have to change. I would agree. The real. I said if we sign Elise, Salah is gone unless we change the system. Yeah, if we sign Elise, I think Salah would have left. Elise is not. I think if we signed him from Palace, I think you could have ran what Cal tried to sell me. But right now, Elise is him, and he's not coming to sit on no bench, bro. Like he's way too good right now to even think about sitting on a bench. Even though Salah is still, you would say, in terms of the pecking order where Salah is in the world, how he's viewed, Salah is above him. But the way Elise is playing, you would say he's above him. Yeah. So one has the status in the pecking order, but the other one, performance-wise, right now, he's up there. So I doubt. Yeah, so I'm saying about Christmas trees and football, Cal. This is where it comes from. So as I said, it's down to you. If you want to do some a book reading and everyone dresses up in everyone dresses up,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
What are you saying? The Linda's book, run it back, yeah?
Run it, bro. I'm here for it. I love Salah,
bro. Sorry,
go on, and I'll read AR's one after.
How would you? All right, two scenarios. You keep Salah. But you don't really have an understudy, or you get Elise and you get a very mediocre understudy. Which would you do?
Elise and a mediocre understudy, and I don't even think a mediocre one. I think you can still get someone of some caliber, and then but he would just be waiting in terms of he's just excited to be at Liverpool. Maybe one of those ones. I think, and then because Elise is massively young, so if he comes to Liverpool, that position is his for years. But it's not with Salah. I think it's just the team is going to evolve eventually past him. At the moment, the team still somewhat needs him in and around it for seniority, like the senior players and stuff like that. But eventually, we're going to go past that, and then that's when you're going to need someone in. And what we wanted to do before, and you rightly put it, of like last year and probably the year before that, get someone that's an understudy to Salah, and then that way you can then phase Salah out. Yeah. But we've not done that. So now that signing, because Salah's got 1 year left on his contract after the end of the season. Yeah. Whether Liverpool will get some money back for him in the summer, I don't know what the mindset will be around it. We just have to kind of wait and see what the fallout is then.
I still don't think he wants to go Saudi yet.
No, he probably doesn't, because he still thinks he has enough in the tank to go.
He technically does, to be fair. He can still go.
No, when he's playing like what he's done in the last few games. And as I said to him, it's not goals and assists, but him getting involved in the game is a massive plus for me personally, because that's all I ask for. Because you're too much of a good player in terms of you can have such a good influence on the game. For you to stand out of it, whether that's systematic or whatever, that I don't like that. Get involved. Just get touches of the ball. Because when you do that, the other team gets nervous because they're like, he's in the game and at any moment he could be a problem. But when he's out of the game, they're like, well, he could come to life at one moment, but he might not. And I'd rather you in the game, because then it opens up the other players to start doing well. Because you're in the game causing problems, dragging players. Like there's a moment in the Madrid game, should have passed it in that moment. But he dribbled like 5 man. Yeah. Like I was like, 5 players you've drawn against around you, just lay it inside. There must be space everywhere else. If there's 5 players here surrounding you, there's players there. So that's the impact of him when he's in the game. Yeah, that's the players are going to be drawn to him, and then he just has to release it and then probably get it back. But what about this one from AI? It says, I love Salah, but his selfishness made him great, but he won't play second. That's the time has come or is close in terms of him going. To your point around Elise, big up to AR as well.
I hear what AR is saying. What I will again, maybe I might be accused of being a Salah fanboy saying this. Even though I understand Salah is selfish at points, I do think the selfishness is blown out of proportion. Like when he does, like for example, you see when he did the Frankfurt thing when he should have just passed it to Wirtz. I feel as though people wait for something like that to happen to go, I told you so, but they don't sit there and look at the amount of times he's laid on chances for loads of other players as well. So I do think there's a double-edged sword there. Salah is obviously selfish at times, just like most attackers. But I don't subscribe to the narrative that he's this obtusely selfish player. I do think he's blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Again, when him and Mane was here, everyone was like, Mane is so selfless. I'm gonna be real. If you actually go back and you look at the amount of assists and stuff like that, it's not even close. And Salah assisted Mane way more than Mane assisted Salah. Now, again, the nuances are there are times where Mane would have been the pre-assist or he would have made the decoy run. But also Salah does that as well. So I think we've just got to watch the game a bit more as a whole rather than sometimes the highlights that come out. Even sometimes still images will come out and they'll go, look, you should have passed it. And in the moment, he might not have had the actual angle in his mind to pass the ball.
Yeah.
So it's very different seeing a still image to actually playing the game and going through the motions.
Definitely sound like a Salah, whatever the word you use though, but we won't say it. Big up to Jarquez, man. Let Salah leave, Cal. Love for the super chat, by the way. Let Salah leave, Cal. I don't need Salah here. If Elise was to come to Liverpool, 10 years is enough.
Yeah, I hear it. I can't sit here and be like, you guys are wrong. And everyone knows how much I rate Elise. If we didn't have Salah in the team, then Elise is the first name I want on the team sheet for that right wing spot. I'm praying that there's a world where for 1 year, just for 1 year, one season, we could just have those two play in the same squad. And I know I'm asking for a lot, but just for 1 year, and I think we could achieve something magical.
Right now, we've got some top talent, but we don't look like we're going to achieve anything magical. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Wait and see. Because this team has a few of the best players in the world in there. That's why I rate you though, Cal. You have your own opinions and not just pandering to the masses.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, though. Scraps. I'll be real with you.
Okay, Cal.
I'm gonna be real. You face this as well, bro. You're like me. You're very. I will use the word. We're both stubborn in that we have our own thought processes. Not to say we can't change our mind or be swayed if someone has an argument that can change our opinion, but we're not people who just create content just to say we want these amount of numbers or we would just want to please everyone.
Never.
I'm gonna be real. If we did that, we'd be sitting on way more subscribers than we both.
I swear to you, Cal, if I actually did what I know I could do, but it's against my own beliefs, bro. I can't do it. I can't lie.
You know what? Eventually, that truth will come out and people will see through it as well.
Yeah, I can't do it, bro. There's times when I joke around and said, I want to do this stream and just glaze the team loads. And then we do it for 5 minutes. I'm like, raw, that hurt my soul. I can't do that because I can see different things in the game and I can't lie to the people that's watching. I'd rather just say it and then leave you guys to make your own opinions, whether you agree or disagree. As the only thing I always ask for is just keep it respectful. That's it.
Yeah, and that's why I always disagree. Ends, I'll be real with you. I've got things wrong in the past. I will continue to get things wrong, but as I always say, I will always try and speak what my truth is. That way, the one thing I don't ever want to be labeled is a liar in it. Like I don't want anyone to be like, Cal, you're a liar. You said you rated this person, but really you don't. I'm just going to tell you how I feel. And if anyone disagrees or dislikes it, then respectfully, it's just my opinion. I'm being honest, and then kind of got to go from there.
I'll prove you to your point. Yeah, where in terms of I dislike when people get onto players, unless it's the only time I don't like. I say I don't mind it as long as you're not being abusive. If you're not doing it in a hateful way, but if you're just critiquing them, I can't knock it. But I will always argue points where I go right. You're just saying it because you're just saying it, or maybe there's loads of people saying it, so you jumped on the bandwagon. So I always ask people. So, like for an example, I defended Gomez when he was going through like whatever was going on. People were like, you just love Gomez. And I was like, no, I just don't like what you guys like. You guys are just piling onto him. Nunes was the same thing. I tried to give reasons, even though sometimes it sounds like excuses, but I'm trying to give reasons to why I think like, yo, this is what's going on. Same with, I've done it with Jota, Robbo, when everyone said, like, oh, yeah, last season he was this dead player and he's the reason why we're conceding. So I was like, okay, I watch all the games and I don't have the same process. I don't have that same thought process. Let's go and check. How many goals did he actually cost us leading to a goal? Or errors, sorry, I should say, leading to a goal. It was only one in the Prem. I'm not saying there's not moments where you looked at and he's miscontrolled it or this and the red card against Fulham, you could go, okay. But it didn't lead to a goal. But there was one error led to a goal, which was the Arsenal one, which he let I think he miscontrolled it. Saka cut in, bang, goal. And you're like, cool. But other than that, I thought he was sound. And those are the things I always try and like defend the players in. But if it's merited critique, like for instance, Kirkes, I tried to like defend him, but I'm like, there's things you're doing now. I can't defend my guy. You gotta give me something so I can then go right. Guys, allow him because this, and this. But he hasn't given me that. But hopefully, as it goes along, he can give me that, and then I can do it. Same with Bradley. I said he's good. I said at the start of the season, the only thing I think I need to see from him now is when we get into the final third, what is that delivery like? What is that final ball like? And that's what I've seen this season not been as it's not improved yet. I haven't seen that side of it improved yet, and that's what I'm waiting on because I know when he's there, he can defend and he's good on the ball. And when he's on the ball, I'm never worried. Like he's one of the players. I'm never like, oh,
he's assured on
giving it to Brett. I feel like, he's calm on the ball, but it's just that final third when he goes in the overlap, when he makes the inverted run. What is he doing? But I guess in it, I can't defend and as I said with Salah, bro, that's the one I always get critique for. It's like, you just don't like Salah. I'm like, no, I just have a higher standard for Salah. That's all it is, bro. And I'm not willing to listen to, I can't watch a game and him not being good in the game, but scoring, and then I should just forget. I can't do that. That's just not me. That's what you can do as a person. That's fine. You can forget it. I can't, because I then do myself a disjustice and the rest of the people watching the same thing as well. But when he does well, like he's done in the last 2 games, I can openly say, no, that was better. Nothing to do with goals or assists. For me, it's just the fact that he's getting involved in the game, which is a plus sign for me. But
like I think one of the games this season was the Burnley game, for example. I think I gave him quite a low rating for that game. And I saw loads of the comments being like, oh, well, he scored the winning goal. And I was like, no, I get it. He got the winning goal. He did. But there's still another 92 minutes of football that was played. I'm judging him based on his overall performance, not just that one moment. And I think sometimes that's what I tell you. What a lot of likes, I don't really want to call them out, but like apps and like things like SofaScore and like even the BBC website and stuff, they're guilty of that, because if a player gets a fantasy Premier League, like the game is probably guilty of that as well. If you get a goal, automatically you get higher points, or you get a higher rating. Like, that's not what football is, though.
Nah, fairs. Where is this one from here? I love this one. Still appreciate Sav, shall I say? As you man, because you guys say what they believe. I'm too old to hear people say what they think people want to hear, and I agree with that.
Big up, man. Appreciate it.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't want to just listen to. That's the one thing I hate, is if you pander to other people's opinions. Stick by your opinion and argue the points in a respectable way. And then at the end of it, we can all shake hands and go, do you know what? I still don't agree with what you said, but we're fine. This one's a good one from Honesty. Question for you. Question for Cal. You guys who's inspired you? I say who have inspired some people to start their own channels. But who inspired you guys to start Coppish?
All right. Cheers, thanks. You just close the door behind you, please.
Yeah. I just come in and said, here you go.
I'm not the king of this house, bro.
You gotta start being the king, bro.
I've tried, bro. You think I tried? My daughter's the only one in this house that rates me, bro. I'm telling you for a fact. I'm telling you. He likes me. He tolerates me, bro. He tolerates me.
All of us have it, Cal. All of us. Some don't. It's all right.
It's a dark world. Who inspired me? all right, so not in a rude way, but in the footballing world, no one really inspired me. I tell you who gave me great advice and kind of gave me the push to do it was Big J from Cheeky Sport. I don't many people might not even know who Big J is, but he Storms his cousin. But I've known Big J since I was I want to say 15, 16 for a mutual friend. And me and Jay go to the same barbers, and we'd always get to the barbers and we'd just be talking about football. And he was like, Cal, you know, I've got a channel. And at the time, he was on Cheeky Sport, and Cheeky Sport were like one of the pioneers of football content online on YouTube. And he was just like, you should do it. And I was like, nah, bro. I was like, that's not for me. And he's like, no, Cal, you. And I was like, bro, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do that stuff. Like, I'm good going to the barbers and doing all that. And he was like, just come down to the studio once and do it. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll come down. He on to me. And I enjoyed it. And he was like, you didn't really notice the cameras or anything, did you? When the conversation started, and I was like, nah, you're right. And he's like, you're going to come back again? I was like, nah. And he's like, why not? So then he convinced me to come down again. And I just think the more I started doing it, the more I started enjoying it. And then I actually wanted to I didn't want to just do football. I wanted to do MMA and boxing, where I started my own channel first. And then doing football, boxing, and MMA, I was just like, it's too much. Like, it's just for one channel, it's too much. And then all my camera equipment got stolen. But by that time, I'd started working with Matt and Drift, and they rebranded them. They like just asked me, they were like, look, want to make this into a Liverpool channel, we want you to be the third member, would you be up for it? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, we'll give it a go. And it's kind of just gone from there. So I've always got to be grateful to Big J, and then I've got to be grateful for Matt and Drift for bringing me in as well. In terms of inspiration, not in a rude way, I don't think I really watched many football content creators before I started doing it. And then when I started doing it, that's when I probably started getting inspired by other people. So I'm not necessarily inspired to start, but since I've been doing it, been inspired by a lot of people.
Fairs, bro. Fairs. That's crazy still. Now, to be fair, I think for me, I just did it. I just said, nah, I've had enough of listening to this waffle. Sorry, I'm joking, guys.
No.
But it was partly, that was on the other side. I just listened to it. I was like, nah, that's incorrect. That's not true. And then I thought, why not do it? But I think the most difficult part, and I don't like, a lot of people think it's easy just to put the camera on and then speak. It's one of the most difficult things. But I actually enjoy it now. Like, I don't think about it as much as when I first started. When I first started, it was like, raw, God, like, find the conversation and then speak. And then there's just a lot of stuff to do. I think we spoke about it ages back about, I think it was one of our sit down, and like, what's the most difficult? And he's like, sometimes still find it difficult to just turn the camera on, because you know you're going to be in front of so many different people. And they're not, and imagine if they were all sitting in chairs in front of you, bro. That's the way I imagine it. They're all like, go on and be funny there, my guy.
I still maintain, like, to this day, the hardest stream I've ever done was the one where we found out about Jot's passing, because it's just that's probably the only type of stream you can't mentally prepare for. Like, I can speak about transfers all day, I can do the banter stuff, I can speak about players leaving or injuries and all that, but to lose a player that way, I think it's probably the shortest stream I've ever done. And it's a stream I've never watched back, nor will I ever watch back. But I just know it had to be done, and that, bruv, that I hated doing it, but I also knew we kind of owed him the respect. But it's, bruv, again, I don't want to pull too much behind the curtain, but you see, a lot of people just think, oh, you get on camera, speak, and then that's it. That's probably the smallest part of this role as a content creator. Like, and I'll give you your flowers in private, I'll give you your flowers in public as well. Like, you've sat down with me for hours, brother, and helped me figure out thumbnails and titles, and but we're constantly learning and evolving. And even though we all work with each other and we all trying to uplift each other, we're still competing in a sense as well. So, and it's finding that balance of, you're competing, but you've also got to work with other people to bring everyone up to a level where we can all achieve. Because there's no point me like flying off into the sunset and then I look back and like ends is like not thriving, because it's like, okay, so what am I doing for the community if I'm just got all the ideas and I can't pass anything over to Ends when Ends has helped me to elevate as well. So do you know? So it's like, and maybe that's why I do go on so many streams and stuff, because I've been quite fortunate to work with people who have been gracious, with, not just with their time on camera, but also behind the scenes as well. And it's like, I don't think people fathom that from a content standpoint, that being on camera for an hour or two, that's calm. But brother, I tell you, like last night I went to bed at 4 a.m, bro. Like, granted, like, I had an interview with a UFC fighter I had to do, but after that, I had to edit that, sort out thumbnails for that, tagging and description and all the other stuff, start clipping up stuff that needs to go out. But then I still had copy stuff I needed to do as well. Like, I needed to get some graphics sorted for today and all that. So, and it's like, no one will ever see that. So that's like where I'm like, people
then they come in their chat and tell you you're waffling. Man,
yeah,
said,
and they're like, you're not a real.
You're like,
the one that winds me up the most is you're not a real Liverpool fan. I'm like, bro, since the age of 4 years old, I've been buying Liverpool kits. I've been traveling to Anfield. I've dedicated my life to this. But my missus has the Liverpool app on her phone. She won't plan stuff before she looks at the Liverpool app. Like, I don't know how much more dedicated. She don't like football. So I don't know how much more I can dedicate without being caught. And it's annoying to hear that from fellow Liverpool fans. So
you know what? I think for me, I don't mind it. I actually, maybe just because I'm laid back in it, so I don't mind criticism in terms of if someone just wants to voice it. It's only if it's like disrespectful. That's the only time I go, I'm gonna reply to this, because I felt like that was disrespectful. I think other than that, it's just like, yo, that's your opinion, my guy. You can hold it.
Yeah.
But eventually you're gonna see, you're gonna be back and you're gonna watch and you're gonna then critique whatever again. But I get it comes with the territory, bro.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I like doing the call-in shows as well after games, because I think that's the moment, like someone will be like, no, I disagreed with this. Cool, no problem. There's one after every game. So you can come in and speak about the game and also throw in, Ends, I disagreed with that one. And we can have a conversation on it. But some people don't want to come in and say how they
I'm not going to lie. I rate you for doing call-ins after a full match. That's when emotions are the highest. Like, so.
Yeah, boy. But I don't mind it, bro, because I'm vexed that we've lost. When we was going through that mad patch of losing games. Go on. Go on. Big up to Jarque, says, big up to Cal and Ends. This is one of the better football collabs on YouTube. Long may they continue. I'll try my best to keep it going. But you see these guys, when they get, you guys call me Hollywood, yeah. These guys are the ones that are Hollywood, bro. It's hard to book these guys in to streams, you know what I mean?
I could never be Hollywood, bro. You're the reason why the channel's growing. That's what I'm saying. I've got too many people I've worked with that I can't get ahead of myself. Like, imagine I started acting Hollywood and you'd be like, Cal, without me, your thumbnails would be dead.
Oh, no, but that's the thing, though. I think but anyone that says that, I dislike them as a human being.
No, but it's facts, though. It's facts.
No, but I hear it, but you don't have to. Like, no, but it's not like I sat here and did the streams.
No, but I shouldn't be acting Hollywood to you, though. That's what I'm saying. So if I'm acting Hollywood to you, then you should be like, oh, bro, what's your thumbnail saying without me? And it humbles you straight away, bro. Like, Ends is right. Still, without Ends' help, the thumbnails would be dead. Like, so that's what I'm saying. I can't.
Oh yeah, that as well. I can. We have to have a conversation outside about something else. Content-wise, we got ideas. Yeah. But big up Jarquez for that. I appreciate the super chat as well. I know, honestly, my idol isn't Kenny Dalglish because I wasn't born around the times when he was playing, but I know how much he means to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't know, like this. It's blame Savage, bro, because this guy started this thing that I'm mad old for no reason.
Sam's done it to me, bro.
And now everyone just says I'm old, bro. This is mad. Look, so I'm saying tips in the boot room. Bro. Saying that, I need to watch the Thiago podcast as well because I need to see him break down the stats. Can we get a Sav on Coffish? I think that'll be cold. You need to go.
Has Sav not been on Coffish before? I feel like
nice.
We'll run that. Yeah, we'll run that. Yeah, that's calm. We'll run it. Well, absolutely.
I'm not approaching 70, bro. I'm definitely not approaching 70. Maybe the rest of the guys are. I'm not near them age. I'm not. But yeah, in terms of the have I gone through all the questions? Sorry guys, if I missed any of the questions, you guys you guys are more like adding like statements more than questions, I think. Conversation during the 21 days. Question. Okay, this one here. Question: Our team is mad young. Do you think that we're being too tough on the players like Kirkes? I'll answer that part first. No, no. They've had to deal with this pressure from early, bro. When you're going through the academy setup, when you're going through, you're even just trying to become a pro. You get the scholar, you know, and you're pro. These guys are going through. I'm telling you guys, this is the only pressure they're dealing with now is probably just they're now in the spotlights, and now it's what fans are saying, but they can easily switch that off. They can easily just go about their day. Joe Gomez says he just goes home and reads reads self-help books and just chill out at home. He's not got time listening to the you know, from anyone critiquing him and stuff like that. And the younger players, I know they're born in more the modern era where social media is at its height. So yeah, they're probably gonna put, but it's down to them. You could either look at it and use it as fuel, or you can let it swallow you up and you just go, oh, I'm just rub. Yes, man, still, but and let it just eat away at you. That sounds bad as well. But we'll let it land, Cal. We'll leave those. we'll let it go.
Still, that was a sequence, bro.
I had to use words, Cal, and those are the words my brain said to use. So you guys can take it as, yeah, that's going to sound mad as well. I feel like if this team gels, then we can win everything in the coming years. I agree.
But we also, as in this way, again, I think we've got to be objective. Chelsea spent mad money. Chelsea have got a young squad, and we don't give Chelsea that sort of grace. And literally, you could say in 2-3 years' time, if Chelsea's team gels, it could be a madness for everyone as well. So for me, I'm with you, Ends, in the sense of if you're playing on a football pitch for Liverpool Football Club, you're old enough to get critiqued, unfortunately. Hence why I was saying, like, should we get someone else to help Rio develop it like a few more years and stuff? Because once he starts playing for Liverpool, I have to critique you as a Liverpool player. I can't change your rating because you're 18 and someone else is 22. Like, I have to critique you as a Liverpool player.
Yeah, you have to just go like, bro, listen, you did nothing in the game. You have to hold the smoke. But but as long as it stays in that realm, and I think the two things keep getting inflated in terms of people keep going, oh yeah, when we're saying we're critiquing them, they automatically go, oh, that means you're abusing or you hate the player. No, I'm just saying he was rubbish today, innit? Like that's it. Really,
bro, I'll be real with you. You see, even when I've said slut out and all these stuff, I've never once called him a fraud. I've never mentioned anything about him being bald. I've never mentioned anything about him being Dutch. I've never, ever spoke about physical appearance or anything. All I've said is, as a manager, I think he's underachieving.
But 2 out of 3 was right, though. If you said it, then no one could say that.
I know. You're right. But I don't even like using the words, like, because I want to stay away from abusing him. But you know my thoughts on Nunes. I never rated Nunes. I never once called him a donkey.
Don't remind me, bro.
Yeah. I never once called him a donkey or this, that, or the other. I just said I don't think he's good enough to be striker for Liverpool. There is a way of critiquing people without it being abuse. And there is genuinely a difference between the two.
Do you think, Cal, do you think Ekitike and Isak will score more goals than Nunes?
What, this season?
No, in general. Just in 3 years.
Yeah. God forbid.
No. Have you seen how many chances these men get, bro? Because
and again, that's another thing. Like, it's mad how we could create chances for Nunes and Diaz, but we can't.
Okay. In Nunes' first season, I agree. In his second season, I will agree. That third season, I told you, we done the breakdown.
Right, you brought me the stats for that, which, you're right. But I also look at the high quality chances he got in that, and it's dark, bro. It's dark, man.
Hey, but it's dark, but we got 2 actual lethal strikers given the opportunity, but we're treating them like they're Nunes and them, man, there, bro. That's what we're treating them. It's like, don't pass to him because he might miss. No, pass it to Isak and pass it to Ekitike. They will score. But because obviously we like to run different kind of conversations. Maybe some people might look at it as agendas or narratives. But let's say Isak or Ekitike don't hit Nunes' number from his first season. What then?
It's dark. It's dark. It's dark. It's gonna be really dark, and that's when we're gonna see. That's when we're gonna see because people look. Rivals will. I tell you what will happen. Rivals will point it out, and then Liverpool fans will go, "Rah, that's actually true." And then there'll be two sets of Liverpool fans. There'll be the set that go, "That's correct. Statistically, that's correct, but here's a context around it." And there'll be other Liverpool fans who just go, "We don't care," and we'll just find a way of defending it and just brush it under the carpet. For me, the fact that we have an Isak in the team who has played 45 minutes of football once and only touched the ball 4 times is scary.
Because I swear against Brentford,
a Haaland type of striker. He's not a Haaland. With that, can run with Haaland, but I can't run with Isak.
It's like against Brentford, I'm pretty sure that Katika had his first shot in like the 77th minute, which is absolutely outrageous, bro. Where's this question from? Honesty question. Do you guys think sometimes the fans are way too impatient? So also, sometimes we nitpick at everything. It depends. It depends. I think if you're a top club, you can be impatient because the expectations are there. And then you can nitpick as well when you're a top club because you got top players. So it makes sense. But if you're a quote unquote, say a smaller club, I think they're a bit more patient with their club because the expectation isn't to, oh yeah, you have to go and win the Premier League and stuff like that, in my opinion. And I think that's where it comes from. So this question here, Cal, in terms of, do you think the fans...
I'll tell you straight, bro. I used to be like, I don't want to be called that. No, I'm an entitled, spoiled brat when it comes to supporting Liverpool now. I am. And I'm going to be. I want to win a major trophy every single year as a Liverpool fan. Why? Because we have that infrastructure and we have that DNA in the club. I want to. Like, we consider ourselves one of the biggest clubs in the world. The other big clubs in the world I consider are Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. Like, you think Bayern Munich and Barcelona and Real Madrid, they don't have an expectation in their fan base to win a trophy every single season, despite transition, despite injuries, despite all these things. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Real Madrid didn't win the league or Champions League last season, right?
Yeah.
Disastrous, they called it.
Ancelotti lost his job.
Gone.
And the season before he won the treble, I swear, they said, nah, listen.
Gone.
No one cares about that treble.
I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm entitled.
No, because Cal, those big clubs, the big stature clubs can separate seasons on season. I feel like we've now elevated ourselves, and that's where I put Liverpool. And most fans, or I won't say most, but some fans are going to differ in their opinions. But I think we're on that level. Maybe not from maybe the spending power, but we actually probably are now in terms of what we just did this season. But I look at it as I will never compare what last season to this season. The expectation last season was to win the league. We've done that. This season has to be the exact same thing. Has to go out there and achieve. This is why we invested so heavily into the squad and getting rid of, quote unquote, the players that most people said they didn't think was good enough. So we have to keep the same standards. And the big clubs like the Real Madrids will be like, well, you won the treble and we can separate. That was an amazing season last season, a great job. But this season, you were shocking, my guy. And the expectation is to win. We will find someone that can give us that success, whether we have to keep doing it. Is that the right way? Fans can debate that. They can debate that. But there's a reason why they won 15 Champions League and how many, the league titles and the Copa del Rey they've won and why they're up there in the world, because they don't go seasons where they don't achieve. They don't like it. And that's where they keep building on the trophy on trophy on trophy on trophy. And then when they look at their cut, and that's the reason why people go, why there's a reason why players want to go there.
Exactly. Because the
players want to go there because they know, bro, we want to, no, we don't, you think we're going to waste the season? And I think that's the level where we're at with some fans. They're like, I'm okay with wasting the season. I'm like, nah, listen, I ain't trying to waste no seasons, bro. We're in a good position now. Yes, that's probably where the entitlement conversation will come in, where people are like, oh, now you're talking entitled. No, it's not. We've built ourselves into a very successful position where we don't have to worry about the financial side of the game no more. Yep. We have a group of talented individuals. Yes, they're going to need a bit of time, but But time waits for no man right now. And right now you're in an industry, in a sport, and I'm sorry, it's all about the results, my guy.
Yeah.
I love a performance. I love to see performance and a win. But the business that these guys are in and Arne Slot is in, I'm sorry, it's about winning at all costs.
Yeah.
And if you can't deliver that when you're at these big clubs, they're gonna find. And whether that's the right way or not the Liverpool way, that's down to whoever the fans and how they support their club. I'm not gonna tell you what you should think and what you shouldn't. But for me as a Liverpool fan, I have been here when we was in the gutter, we didn't have a good team, when Gerrard had to put us on it. That's what I call putting us on the back, carrying a football club, what Gerrard did. All the players that weren't on his level, but he still found a way to inspire and get the best out of them on a week to week, and was able to win games and turn up in the big moments for us. That's what I call a player carrying us. And then we went through the stage when we lost all of those players, the Torres, the Suarez, the Gerrard, the Alonsos, the Mascot, when we lost all, and we had to build. And now we're in a position where we're now here. So why are we lowering it? Why are we're here now? I don't want to lower it. I'm not scared to say we're here.
Yeah.
But some fans are scared to say it, bro. They're scared to, because when you're here, there's no excuse moments now.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I'm saying. I'm done with this underdog mentality. That we stopped being underdogs when we won the Champions League in 2019. You're no longer an underdog. We had a team with Alisson, who at the time was one of the second highest world rate. Second in the terms of world record fee for a goalkeeper. Virgil van Dijk was the record holder at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it Maguire? No, it was still Virgil at that time, if I'm not mistaken. Had Flacco, who's one of the best DMs, if not the best DM in world football at the time. Bobby, Salah, and Mane, one of the best front threes in world football at the time. Hendo, one of the best captains. Genie, one of the best midfielders in terms of box to box. Then you still had your Milner, who was still in his prime. You had Robbo and Trent, who redefined what it meant to be a fullback in the Premier League. Like, we haven't been underdogs since 2018. I'm not going to start being an underdog now when we've just won the league and forget about the spend, just brought in 3 incredibly talented attackers and a left back who finished in team of the season last season, and a right wing back who was considered one of the best, if not the best, right wing backs in world football. I'm not going to change my standards. In fact, I'm going to heighten my standards, because Liverpool have made me heighten my standards. There wasn't one player who on September 2nd sat there and went, that window weren't it, you know. We all sat there and went, I wish we could have got Gahey over the line. That would have made it a 10 out of 10. But it's still a 9.5 out of 10, no? Not one person did I see go, we dropped the ball that window. There's no balance. Maybe one, maybe Jamrock. Jamrock was the only one who said maybe that we didn't balance out the window as well. But we all shut that down and was like, Jamrock, bro, we're winning the league. So what now meant to change? Oh, no.
No, the standards.
I will say it here and say it loud. If we don't win the league, it is a disaster. It's a disaster. If we finish outside the top 2, horrific. Anything lower, miss me out.
Because then what's the conversation then? Because the conversation will be the similar how some fans would critique at Chelsea in terms of they've spent all that money and have nothing to show for it. That would be the conversation then, I think. And I don't think that's where we want to be. But Chelsea fans will be like, well, you guys did what we did. You guys spent money and achieved nothing. And so I want to hold us as we are the best club in England, in my opinion. We are the most successful team from a trophy standpoint in England, the biggest, in my opinion. Man United might argue whatever, but you man ain't as good. Relax. But we are the best, bro. And then you look around, we got the 2 in Spain, you got the 1 in Germany, and you got the 1 in France. The other teams are there competing as well, but you got those. So up in those calibers of team, we're like, you know, we're the top. So we have to treat our players and our coach and have that same expectation. Context, there's new players, they need time to gel, but that's not my job. That's the gaffer's job to deal with that.
Job, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, you chose to come to Liverpool. You chose to come to one of the most difficult leagues. You chose to have the players you have at your disposal. So guess what comes with that, my guy? Pressure. And the pressure is to deliver. Will we give you time? Yes, but how long? We can't keep extending it Yeah, you have to deliver, my guy. You get a couple of games when you're a Liverpool manager. You get 1 and 2 just because where we are now. Back in the day, when we only had Gerrard, then you get
whole season. You get a whole season.
You get a whole season.
You get a whole season.
But listen, when with the type of players we have now, the infrastructure we've put in place, the training ground, the new stands that we've built.
Come on now, man.
Being able to spend, and now we're here in Semenyo, we could be spending 65 million in January on him. And maybe getting in Diamonde and then and we should go, nah, guys, like give them a year, like, you know what I mean? It's all right. You know, losing 6 games in a row is fine. You know what I mean? Like West Ham didn't even accept that. Like they sat their gaffers. Forest didn't even accept that. The manager, he can't win games. Nah, get out of here, my guy. What do you mean? Who cares? I don't care who you are. Get out of here. They're showing more bottle than we have. But listen, I hear it from some fans. They want to give the gaffer time. All right, cool. But how long though?
Yeah, no one can give me an answer.
And you know the great thing is as well, he's won 2 games by going back to what we wanted him to do from the first half of the season. More defensively, structure set up.
Yeah.
Keeping the players closer to each other instead of having this donut midfield that no one's in there to connect with. So you've gone back to what we asked you to do. Now you're winning. And now we shouldn't say nothing about it. Like, where's the slot outers now? But no, he's done what we've asked him to do.
Yeah.
So we're right and you were wrong. Sorry, I don't. No, my bad.
Say
some stuff then. But I think that's the hour, bro. Unless you got any other
preview for the City game now. I'm nervous, but
don't be nervous, bro. It's all right.
I'm nervous.
About what, man?
About losing. If we lose an Arsenal win, this weekend. Dark.
So your feelings are on the hinge of an Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal played before us, so they could extend the lead to 10 points.
That's what I'm saying.
And relax and watch and smile, like what we used to do.
We were doing. Now, how comfortable I was on a Sunday afternoon, bro.
Just like, look at these lot about to drop points between each other.
Bro. What, after our 3 p.m. win? They just sit back and chill on
look at these lot. Look at them. They're stressing now because one of them have to win.
It was the best.
And then they end up drawing, and it's the best thing. You know when they're like, well, the best result is both teams to draw.
Yeah.
The worst result is a City win or a Liverpool win. They get a draw. You're like, oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. On to the next week.
Used to say to me, I want to win by having a close title race. Okay, I don't. I don't. I'm happy winning with 4 or 5 games to spare. I'm more than happy doing that. Run me that every season. A close title race. But my heart can't take that stuff. In my 20s, yeah, run it. In my 30s, no, you're mad, man.
What's the let me make sure I get what time you guys are going in a second, right? Where is it? Why can't I find you guys? Probably you haven't scheduled. Have you scheduled it? Yeah, probably haven't, have you?
No, I definitely have. Oh, yeah, I've got no faith in me.
Sorry, that's that. You know when I forgot I was on camera with you. I said it in my head. Really, I was meant to say it behind your back.
No, I definitely scheduled it. Massive clash, Man City versus Liverpool.
Okay, massive in that. Oh, Masseuse. Okay, hold on. Let me say. Copy. Just find it because we gotta make sure. Don't see a thumbnail, Cal, but it's fine.
No. That's gonna get done now. Still.
Okay.
See, I'm glad people see this one. Ends holds me to standards, guys. This on a real note, Ends holds me to standards.
That's mad. I might not even watch now. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna watch. All right, guys, listen. Carpent's about to go live. We're gonna listen to them. And Cal said he's nervous, so we see a nervous Cal on screen. And we should see a thumbnail as well. But head over there, smash a like. I appreciate you guys tuning into the members video. As I said, apologies for yesterday. Run out of time, too much to do. But it worked out because now you guys had Cal on as well, bro. You know what I mean? Got to ask him questions about the Christmas special and stuff like that. And then he said they're going to do a book reading. Who cares, bro, at this point?
No, Ends, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me on as well, bro.
All right, man. Big up to you. Head over, go and watch that with Cal and the Mandem. And then 7 p.m., me and Jamie Phillips is about to have a sit down. Brilliant. He's not been on a sit down yet.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, peace out, people.
Big up.